Hello and welcome to our new show, Two Guys and a Drink, a show created from boredom and two guys that want to get the hell out of the house. My name is Ian and this is Sean.
Hi guys, how are you? Okay, so I'm going to start off the show with that third part, the drink. Our unofficial sponsor this week is going to be brought to us by our fucking favorite UFC fighter,
Conor McGregor. And his proper 12 whiskey. So part of your entertainment is going to be watching us drink this nasty whiskey right now on video. We're going to shoot this, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm not going.
All right. Oh, it smells just lovely.
Right?
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Wash that down.
Ooh. By the way, if you like any sort of soda, you should drink Pepsi, not Coke.
What do you got against Coke?
Just don't like it.
Okay, we don't like Coke.
He has Diet Pepsi, I have Pepsi.
That's just what we buy for the office. So we are an extremely low budget show. If you want to see us get higher budget, smash the like button and subscribe to our videos. And we don't care if you do or you don't, but that will help us invest some more money into this. Otherwise, it's just going to be us showing up and drinking together.
Or, however, they could make the show better if they go and buy Doge stock, which helps us as well.
I think that's our topic number one today. Doge stock. It's not even stock. It's a cryptocurrency that is now backed by Elon Musk, Snoop Dogg,
Snoop Doge,
and Gene Simmons. And they even have a meme of them all holding up the Dogecoin in like a Lion King fashion that's on social media. So
guys, when we have more of a budget, we'll put a little picture up in the screen next time.
Maybe.
Oh, well. Not next time, maybe a year.
When we get a video editor, we can afford that. So the Dogecoin was, when we bought in, was trading at about 3 cents a coin.
That was 3 cents. My average is like 3.31 or something like that.
Yeah, I think I'm like 3-4 because I bought in some more at like 4 cents a share at one point. I say a share, but it's a coin. It's right. Weird. It's cryptocurrency, folks, and it's currently about double where we bought in at, and everybody's hoping it goes to the moon or at least to $1, and we will all be a little bit wealthier.
Doge to $1 or something like that. Wasn't that the trend over the weekend?
That was the trend. Now let me ask you a question, Sean. What do you think about Elon buying a different crypto on Monday, $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin instead of Dogecoin?
I know it's his company, but technically it was Tesla that bought it.
Yeah, but you know he's the one making decisions on what Tesla's doing.
I get it, but hey, I'll take it. Go buy your Bitcoin. Bitcoin runs out, and then go to Doge.
Hey, Elon, why don't you buy $1 million worth of Dogecoin? I know you can afford it, and it'll drive up the price for all of us little guys out there.
Or you just put that 1.5 billion into Doge.
Yeah, you could do that. A trillion. Let's do $1 trillion. He's worth $1 trillion.
And at that point, what was it about when he could have done that? It would have been at 7 cents a share, probably, roughly.
Yeah.
So if he put 1.5 billion into Doge, what would it jump to, like $10 a share?
I have no idea. Somebody who's good at math can comment below and tell us that math.
Well, Bitcoin jumped from 32 to 42,000 per share.
Yeah. I mean, I would assume that Dogecoin would be a much larger jump per coin. It's per coin, right? That's what you're supposed to say.
Per coin.
Okay, well, I don't know any of this, but we are having fun, and we're hoping we make money. Speaking of making money, how much do you think, if you had to bet on it right now, how much do you think we will actually make? Do you think we're going to triple our money, quadruple, lose it all? What do you think?
I do think it's going to end. I'm going to probably cap out when it hits $1, maybe more.
So you think it's going to hit $1?
I do think it's going to hit $1 by the end of 2021.
I think it's going to get up to like 20 cents, and then it's going to crash hard. Nobody's ever going to talk about it ever again. So I probably will start selling off a little bit at a time to hopefully make a profit before it all crashes. But if it makes it to $1, I will be crying that I sold off early.
I may sell once I have made triple my money, which would be like a quarter, and not even a quarter. It would be like 9 cents.
Well, you almost got there.
I'm almost there
Saturday night or something like that.
I may sell off most of it, but yeah, I probably keep that one cryptocurrency just in case it turns into Bitcoin and is $32,000 to $43,000.
Yeah, and we are not financial advisors,
No.
nor do we recommend you buy it. But if you want to have fun and maybe lose money, maybe make money, it's like gambling on a football game, right?
By the way, don't base your decisions off us.
No, definitely don't do what we do.
No.
Leading into our next topic, speaking of football.
Oh, maybe you could base your decisions on that. Nah, I don't know.
Probably
Kind of iffy on that one too.
The Super Bowl is on Sunday, Sean. I'm sad that I did not get to watch it with you in your family, although we probably wouldn't have been able to focus on the game with our kids running crazy together.
What, you mean my kids who tackle yours and your kid who wrestle mine and
all the above. Yeah.
Then your sweetheart daughter who would just sit with us.
Yeah, she would just sit with us and watch the game or something. What were your thoughts on the Super Bowl?
How do you have any other thoughts than Brady in that Super Bowl? Because Mahomes, I mean, they're giving the excuse of the toe, and he doesn't want that excuse to go around. And yes, I've watched that game, and that guy is a player. If he had toe issues and he couldn't make plays because the defense was all over the place, some of those running, diving passes he was making, trying to make plays, were incredible. He just had nobody was catching the ball.
I will say that I had some friends in a group chat that were absolutely bashing Mahomes during the Super Bowl. And all I kept saying was, I've literally seen him make 3 of the greatest throws I've ever seen before in my life. And they were all dropped. There was the first quarter, the Tyreek Hill touchdown that he could have had that he dropped.
And it hit him right in the face mask and bounced away.
Yeah, and then there was the other guy in the face mask in the fourth quarter.
I feel like it was Kelsey.
No, it was the running back, Williams, in the fourth quarter.
That's right, yeah.
And then there was that one play with Pringle in the back of the end zone where he could have had it.
It acted like he caught it. I love that. He
did act like he caught it. Like we don't have 35 cameras on at any given time in the NFL.
So you didn't hit the out-of-bounds pylon at all? No.
Not at all. But let me ask you another question.
Real quick, before you move on, that play to Pringle, the play that Mahomes made to be able to get that ball there
unbelievable.
Was ridiculous.
Well, and the other one where he hit the dude in the face mask, he was literally halfway on the ground.
Yeah, he was the Superman and still threw the ball.
Unbelievable.
He
is an amazingly talented player, but he got outplayed by the GOAT.
Yeah, it's the Super Bowl. He's been there 10 times in 20 years.
And how was I dumb enough to bet against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl?
I didn't, so don't worry.
That's okay. At least one of us won money then, because I sure did not win any money. I had the Chiefs hard and everything. I had the Chiefs to score the first touchdown. I had the Chiefs to score a touchdown in the first half.
They didn't get one at all.
I struck out hard. I mean, not super hard.
So
but
real quick, before we keep going on that, I do have to point one thing out about the Buccaneers. Yes, Brady's the GOAT, but there is one impressive thing I have. Their coordinators on that Tampa Bay team, they were prepared for Kansas City.
Yeah.
The defensive coordinators.
Well, Todd Bowles is a hell of a defensive coach.
He is, but what about Byron Leftwich on offensive coordinator side?
How did he not get any looks for head coach?
How did he get avoided? He's going to be a big deal next year.
I mean, the bumbling idiot that got hired in Philadelphia.
And Leftwich didn't even get an interview?
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable because Leftwich called a great game.
Man, I'm a Pittsburgh person. Leftwich was here with us. Leftwich had a big Pittsburgh thing. We just hired Canada. Did you not think Leftwich would have been somewhat of a good idea to interview?
I mean, you had Arians, too.
Yeah, but Arians technically retired.
Yeah, and then he got the head coaching job
No, he was the offensive coordinator in Indy.
Oh, yeah, and then
he went to Arizona because he did such a good job in Indy.
He had a good run in Arizona, too.
He did, and then he's now in Tampa.
Probably a very underrated coach.
Hey, just got a Super Bowl ring, so.
Brady, best GOAT across all sports ever.
Oh, it's so hard because sports are different. Like I told you when we were talking about this, Serena Williams had her individual numbers, but it's an individual sport. The one thing that stands out to me about Brady is he does something in football that you see in basketball a lot, which is driving other players to come play with you. Like LeBron does it all the time. He gets AD, he gets other guys to come play with him. Brady literally got Fournette to sign a vet minimum when he got cut. He got AB to come in on a minimum contract.
LaShawn
McCoy. He got – who else was there? There was
Gronk came out of retirement.
Yes, Gronk came back.
Where did he come from? He played horrible all year, and then in the Super Bowl.
No, he wasn't horrible, but he wasn't great. But they also had –
He looked like classic Gronk.
Oh, he was great. But realistically, think about all those guys that came back to play with Brady.
Here's my only argument. I think you got to definitely give him football. No doubt about it.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I mean, he's got more championships than any one team.
I don't care what people want to say, cheating. And once again, Pittsburgh fan here. Pittsburgh. I don't care. He won 7 Super Bowl rings out of 10 attempts out of 20 years. He's been there every other year.
Yeah. And I'm not a Pittsburgh fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, unfortunately. And there's that meme going around Facebook. If you don't want Brady to win another Super Bowl, put him on Dallas. I think he would win a Super Bowl with Dallas. That's a stacked roster.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing he's overcoming once again on your team is defense. But
you know what? That defense is not as bad as they looked last year. I'll give him. There was a lot of injuries. Not to make excuses. But anyways, getting back on to Brady, my only argument is Michael Jordan. And my only argument really, because Jordan had 6.
But he took those years off.
He took years off, but he also had 2 3-peats.
That's true.
He had 2 3-peats.
But Brady's won 7 of 10 in 20 years.
I'm just saying he had 2 3-peats, and he took – if he wouldn't have taken those years off, he probably would have won, 8 in a row?
Well, yeah, he was off, 2 years? So 2
And that's the thing. He never lost when Brady's lost. And don't get me wrong, you can't take anything away from Tom Brady.
Well, the next thing is when you compare, because once again, now we're getting outside different sports, things like that in our conversation here. Basketball, football, nobody's ever even come close. Brady has more Super Bowl rings than teams have rings.
Right.
He has individually more rings.
He's also played for a heck of a lot longer than Jordan played, too.
Yeah, was he at 20 years now?
20 years. Jordan played, I think, 14 seasons, 13, 14 seasons.
Yeah, but Jordan called it quits at 35 or something like that.
Caught it quits twice.
That's true. I don't count the Washington thing.
It was a failed experiment.
Hey, that first season, actually, if you remember his numbers, his first season in Washington weren't bad. His second season was a dud.
Could 50-year-old Michael Jordan come out and I don't know, he's mid-50s Michael Jordan. Could he still play in the NBA somewhere?
If he could
stand, a role player off the bench.
If he can stand and shoot, yes.
Yeah, role player off the bench if he got in shape, he could probably do it, right? If Mike Tyson can fight, Jordan can probably shoot.
I'm telling you right now, the only player I saw exit the NBA that needed to exit, and this hurts my soul, and rest in peace, Kobe, and that's because at the end of his career, you could see his knees were shot.
But he somehow put up
what was it, 80 points
80
or 60
points in one of his last games.
It was the last game.
Rest in peace, Kobe. I had a dog named Kobe at one point. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
But I wasn't even a Kobe fan. I mean, he was just that great of a player.
Kobe, once again, he was the closest to me comparison to MJ. In terms of sport by sport, yes, I think MJ and Brady are your 2 people you talk about as greatest out there. Don't get me wrong, I'm a hockey person, so I would love to throw Mario's name in there, especially what he's done for Pittsburgh and in terms of as a whole, not just a player, but as a athlete.
Lemieux was awesome, no doubt about it.
He's somebody, and he doesn't ever get the credit because of guys like Gretzky.
Yeah, amazing.
So there's so many different ways to look at that. Purely numbers, Brady's just hard to
Brady is tough to overlook, and he's at least in the conversation, if not even the head of that conversation, right? I had to give it to him.
NFL-wise, he's by far the top guy.
And by the way, the cheating thing, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Every NFL team cheats. Every NBA team cheats. If you can cheat and get away with it, you're going to do it. Yeah. The only bad thing is he's a bad cheater. He gets caught, right?
Okay, so I know I'm off subject a little bit, but you said about the cheating part, and if you're a bad cheater, I'm a little afraid for the Penguins, my Penguins.
Oh, boy.
They just hired Ron Hextall as their GM.
Yeah, I know.
That doesn't make sense.
No, doesn't make sense.
So I'm wrong. He's a good GM. I've seen him before as a GM. He's a good GM. But the guy who whacked our player over the head with a stick.
They'd be the equivalent of the Dallas Cowboys hiring Albert Hainsworth to run part of our organization after he stomped on one of our players' faces.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I felt like.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued.
I don't like the hire.
I'm intrigued. Let's just put it that way. I'm very intrigued.
Okay, we're both big football fans. What is your one off-season wild prediction? We got the off-season coming up. What's one wild thing that's going to happen?
We're going to have all 3 Watt brothers here in Pittsburgh. Welcome, JJ.
Ooh, okay. All 3 Watt brothers will come to – well, one Watt brother will come to Pittsburgh to make all 3. Yep. How much money is JJ going to cost? Because the Steelers are strapped right now.
Oh, I've heard that the Texans aren't going to get any trade offers because of his contract, so they're
I
going to.
thought he was a free agent.
No.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure of it. He's either getting traded or cut, but he's going to ask to be cut. There's the report that he wants.
So you're hoping he's going to come at a discount?
Well, no, there's a report that he wants to because he wants to play with his brothers.
Okay.
Which happens, and you've seen them.
Well, that would be really cool for you. I'm torn on my wild predictions. I really am. I've been thinking about it. I'm torn. I think it's either going to be Watson gets traded to the Dolphins for Tua and 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, okay, I would do that.
I think the NFL is starting to lean towards devaluing the first-round pick, just like the NBA did. I think that's the new fad. And I think that the Texans are going to want to get some of those picks that they gave away back in this trade. So that would be my one. My only other one, just because I'm a tortured Cowboys fan, I think that there's a chance, and it would be kind of wild, that Dak Prescott does not get re-signed and does not get franchised, and he signs with another team and wins the Super Bowl.
So what we just said here, do you realize that we literally just killed all Texans fans' hopes and dreams? You have Deshaun Watson leaving. I have J.J. Watt leaving.
Maybe Dak goes to Houston and takes him to the Super Bowl.
Maybe.
It could happen. You never know.
I don't know about in Houston. But
then he's got to fight with Tua for starting position.
And you got to fight with Easter Bay. You got to fight with
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's another situation for a different show.
Different show, different topic. Different time. All right. So Netflix. What Netflix show are you watching right now?
Oh, yeah. Cobra Kai. Karate Kid.
Was the sound hi-ya, was that needed?
That was needed.
That was needed. Okay.
That was needed. We don't have sound effects.
Were you drinking Proper 12 before you came in?
This was an unopened bottle. You saw.
Doesn't mean you didn't have a half-finished bottle in the car that you were drinking on the way over.
Come on, we don't have sound effects. We have to make our own up.
I'm not a Karate Kid fan. But everybody tells me I need to watch it.
I'm not either, and I told you the same thing.
Is it that good? Is it one of those like on the edge of your seat shows?
Here's what yes, it is. It's action-packed all the time. Here's the catch. Karate Kid was a long movie, and to me, it was boring to me. It would put me to sleep. However, in 30-minute increments, which is what the Netflix show is, it's a lot easier and a lot more action-packed within a 30-minute show.
It's funny. I listen to the Rewatchables from time to time. It's a Bill Simmons podcast, and they rewatch a movie, and then they say, would it have made a better Netflix series? Because that's kind of true. Like some of those movies, they get so long. You know, like Harry Potter could have been like a 20-season series, really right? Like,
they're doing Lord of the Rings on Amazon now.
It makes sense. Like those long movies would have kept more people probably entertained
for seasons
because you can watch them in small increments.
But Cobra Kai just announced that they're going to be doing I think they announced they're going to be doing season 5 and 6 already.
Which
they're
is
only
usually
on 3, 4.
Netflix usually cuts them off at 4, don't
right?
They?
And they're going forward with 5 and 6.
So I'm currently not watching a Netflix show, and
why not?
The reason for this is I cannot make up a decision. You get in there, and to Netflix's credit, they are giving you tons of content for that $12.99 a month that you're paying. Like I literally cannot decide what show. There's probably 15 shows that I'm really interested in watching, but I can't decide which one's next. So I've reverted to Peacock, which is actually a surprisingly good app. Like it doesn't get a lot of credit, and it's free.
Is it free?
It's free, and if you're a Comcast subscriber for internet, you actually get the paid version for free.
So you watched Saved by the Bell or whatever?
I did watch Saved by the Bell, but that is not what I'm talking about. I'm currently rewatching a show I've never actually watched all the way through, which is King of Queens.
Okay.
I feel like Kevin James and I have a lot in common. We're both fat. We both like to eat. And we're both semi-entertaining, you know.
Yeah.
And we both get yelled at by our wives a lot. So
tag me in.
Yeah, we're both in that category. So that's what I've been watching.
Don't share this with our wives, by the way.
I think it's going to be on the internet. They could watch this if they wanted.
It's going to be on the YouTube.
That is the internet, right?
I think so.
Okay. Well, we're old. We don't know these things nowadays. Yeah, so I think my next Netflix show is probably going to be You.
That's good.
I've heard it's good.
I watched it.
I have not watched it yet.
Yeah, no, that's a good one too.
It's definitely good.
That's a good one too.
I don't know if it's good,
but it looks good. Which is one of the ones she watched. You know this. When she watches shows, man, It must be good if she's still watching it.
Yeah, because she doesn't watch much.
No, and she likes that show.
I'm gonna have to check it out then.
Ozark's another one like that.
Ozark was great. I've been waiting for a new season.
That comes out sometime soon.
Hopefully, Lord have mercy, I need a new season.
No, that Cobra Kai. Like I said, you haven't watched it yet, but Cobra Kai is a good one.
Are you gonna buy an Xbox?
No, PlayStation 5, guys.
Xbox.
By the way, if you see PlayStation 5 come for sale, you can actually send me a link on Instagram at Sabina Houses. I want to buy one. I just never get there fast enough.
Why don't you just do what I did and buy from a scalper?
I'm not paying double the price, man.
I mean, I didn't pay double. I paid like $300 more.
That's almost double.
That's like not quite double.
What was that model? The $399 or the $499?
The $499.
So, okay, it's about 40%.
Yeah, but the entertainment value was I get my new Xbox and I give my son my old Xbox, which made him excited. So.
My wife's so mad. I told her I was going to give the old PlayStation to Grayson. And she was like, why? Why does he need a PlayStation? Why not?
Same question in my house. Why does he need an Xbox? He's been addicted to Slime Rancher. I don't even know what Slime Rancher is. He's addicted to it.
Well, my favorite part was after I said that, we should probably find out a game that Grayson may like and let him play. But wait. Okay.
So she's embracing the idea.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's good. I brought that up because I'm going to get the new NCAA game when and if it ever comes out.
Can't wait.
I think it's going to be out in 24, they said?
No, they just said next year. They said it was going to be in –
next year?
Yeah, they said 22.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to find other friends to play with since you won't get an Xbox. So I'm excited for that, though. It's about time EA Sports did something to make that work and get us a new NCAA game. Because I know some people that are still playing, what was it, NCAA 11?
My brother still has it, and I love playing it when I go over his house.
Yeah, it was a good football game.
The Dynasty mode on NCAA, man, it's so much better than franchise on Madden at this point.
True, but you can do online franchise with Madden. So they need to do online Dynasty.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet, but I still want to be able to play with you. So.
All right, so he does this all the time. This isn't just a show thing. So I'm going to ask whatever crowd we may have, if it's one person, if you think I should get an Xbox, just comment on the show and tell me why.
Because you know people with Xboxes. You know zero people with PlayStation.
I'm not asking you. I'm
telling them, okay? We're not going to have anybody watching this show anyways. You need to get an Xbox because your friends have Xboxes. That's the only reason to get it. I would get a PlayStation if all my friends had PlayStations because I want to play with somebody, right? Like,
I don't do online gaming. Maybe I would if I got an Xbox.
You would if you got an Xbox and you get into our Madden League. You would absolutely get into it. With that being said, we're about hitting our time limit. Do you have anything else you want to talk about today?
Yeah, actually, if we have a moment.
Sure.
Dustin Diamond, Screech, passing away this week.
Yeah, that was sad.
2021, jeez.
I mean, the guy's had a lot of problems with, like, illegal narcotics and stuff.
Is that what happened? I didn't catch what happened.
I don't know what happened, but I know he's had a rough life since Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. Sorry, Saved by the Bell made me think of it, and that was just like, oh.
Rest in peace.
Another guy, yeah.
Screech. Absolutely. Rest in peace.
I feel old now.
I am old, so.
Oh, I'm older than you. So
I know. That makes you ancient, right?
Right.
Well, with that being the end of the episode, let's go ahead and do one more shot. One more shot. Is your glass empty already?
It will be in a second. I have a little bit left.
One more shot. And while we're pouring the shot here, please smash the like button if you like it. Comment if you want to chat with us. And subscribe if you want to see future episodes. We are going to do this weekly to get out of the house and away from our wives and kids.
We love them, but...
And each week we're going to try different alcohol, and this one is not going to hit the show hopefully anytime soon. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, man. All right.
Oh, man.
With that being said, thank you all for tuning in if anybody did. And we will talk to you next time.
Next week.
What are we saying? Deuces?
Deuces.
Deuces.